Rabbi Kaplan.
Okay. I wanted to say over a piece, or to discuss a piece from the Sefer Beis Yaakov, from Rabbi Yaakov of Ishbitzer, that he was the son of Rabbi Mordechai Yosef of Ishbitzer. They were very, very big people. Of course, there are a lot of big people, but they make a special rosham on me. Every person has his sefer. I mean, some people don't have their sefer because they don't open a sefer, or some people only learn Gemara and they're not. But that's a talk by itself. But those that are interested in Pnimius HaTorah, so people have their sefer that inspires them. I was very inspired. I get very inspired from this farm, from the Sefer Beis Yaakov. The Mea Shiloach was the father of the Beis Yaakov, and he's very deep and very short, he writes. So I hardly look at the Mea Shiloach, but the Beis Yaakov I do look at, and there are many pieces that are hard to understand. But the pieces that you do understand, for me, they're very inspiring. So I want to share with the tzibur, the hundreds of people that listen to us, Baruch Hashem, I want to share with them this piece from the Beis Yaakov, and it's very nogea to everyday life. In Parshas Yisro, and it's in Kuf Yud Tes in Parshas Yisro. The Maimar starts with the pasuk Rosisa Hashem Hashem Elokecha Lashov. It's one of the Aseres HaDibros that you shouldn't swear Shvuas Shov Ki Lo Yanaka Hashem Esrayisa Shmo Lashov. Now there are many different kinds of Shvuas, and you look it up in the Rambam Perek Aleph of Hilchos Shvuas that he's mesader, very mesuder the different types of Shvuas. Everybody knows there's such a thing as Shvuas Sheker, which is one of the most homerdik averas, one of the chamuras in the Torah. There's also, besides Shvuas Sheker, there's such a thing as Shvuas Shov. Now, the Gemara says on Shvuas Shov, somebody swore something for nothing, for no reason, because he swore about something that everybody knows. Let's say he swore that this is a piece of wood, or that this is a stone. It's totally unnecessary to take such a shvur, to take such an oath, because everybody knows that. That's called shvuas shov, and the halacha is that just like it's forbidden to swear a false oath, so it's also forbidden to swear a shvuas shov, a shvur that's useless, unnecessary, because everybody knows it anyway. And not only that it's forbidden, only there's also a chiyuv malchus on that. You get malchus, even though it's a lav shein bo ma'aseh, but still there's a special din by shvuas that you get malchus for swearing a false, for the aver of swearing you get malchus. Besides that, there's a Rishami in Shvi, Perek Gimel Halacha Ches. Rishami says there were 24 cities in the south of Eretz Yisrael, and they're all destroyed because they used to swear true shvuas. They used to swear, and even though nobody ever swore a false shvur, but because they swore because of swearing, that means it's not a good idea to swear, even if it's true. And because of that, they were destroyed because of that aver of swearing for no reason. Now, you have to understand all this. And Lachlura, you might say, what does it have to do with us? We don't swear. I mean, I see street people. I see, once in a while you hear a street person using the word ani nishbalacha, I swear to you.
It depends how much you get to Machne Yehuda, of course.
Yeah, that's what I mean, street people. But that's terrible. terrible to use such language. But you hear it in the street. But what does it have to do with us? Yoshrei Beis HaMedrash, Erlach HaYidin, Shomrei Torah Mitzvahs, Medaktikim Bekalaka Bechama. What does it have to do with us? I'll show you it has to do with us. The idea behind it has a lot to do with us. But without the holy Ishbitzer Rebbe, I never would have thought of this on my own. It says like this: the problem with all this is the stubbornness, the akshonis, the ikshus. That means a person takes this, swears, so he's saying this and this has to be this way. It's definitely this way. It's the absolute truth that it's this way. That's called akshonis. Who told you you're so sure of yourself that this is the absolute truth? How do you know what's the absolute truth? That means, of course you know. You know what's the absolute truth. But you're using the Shem Hashem. The whole idea of Shvuah is you're using the name of Hashem to swear. You're swearing B'Shem Hashem. That means Kilu Chai Hashem, it says in Pasuk many times. That means just like Hashem is alive, He exists. So the same thing, this is true. You're using the Shem Hashem in order to say that this is like this. You can't do such a thing. Because we know that everything that's in the world, the existence of everything in the world is Ratzon Hashem. The Ratzon Hashem is that this should exist, this should be that way. Hashem wants the stone to be a stone. He wants the stone to exist. He wants the stone to stay like that. But if you come along and you say a shvuah that the stone is a stone, that means you're saying that the stone has to be a stone. There's no other way. It can't be any other way. That means just like Kibiyochel, Kilu, just like God exists. And that's definitely true. The same thing, it's true that the stone is a stone. And you're using Hashem's existence to say that the stone is a stone. It's not so. The stone is a stone only because Hashem wants it to be a stone this minute. The next minute Hashem might not want it to be a stone. He might say, no, now's the time that it should change into something else. And what makes you so sure that what right do you have to use the name of Hashem to say that the existence of the stone is the same mukhrach, the same, it has to be kibiyachol, just like the Shem Hashem? No, the world was created with the Ratzon Hashem. The Ratzon doesn't have to continue this way. The Ratzon could be a different way. That's Shuas Shov. And because of that, you get Malchus. Now, that's, in fact, the Ishbitzer goes on to say more than that. Even though the words are not sheker, but the shvuah is sheker. Sheker and shov are the same thing, he says. Sheker means false. Shov means it's meaning that it's useless, it's unnecessary, because everybody knows it's that way. But when you take a shvuah that the stone is a stone, so you're giving it an existence that's a mukhra, that it has to be that way. And it doesn't have to be that way. The Ratzon Hashem is that it's that way, but it doesn't have to stay that way. And
Rav Kaplan.
What?
Maybe it's like the Gemara, Misha Omer Hashem in Yadlik, Yomer Lachomitz Yadlik.
Oh, very good, very good. That's a Reb Chanina ben Dosa. He said that. I mean, his emunah was so strong that the shaman does not burn because it has to burn. It's only Ratzon Hashem, and the Ratzon Hashem can change. So he wasn't, he wasn't this, it didn't, how do you say that? It didn't move him. It didn't, he didn't get scared from the fact that she lit vinegar, because it's all Ratzon Hashem that the shaman should burn. Every minute that the shaman is burning, it's Ratzon Hashem. So the Ratzon can't say that vinegar should burn. So that burned. That was by him, the emunah, that way he saw it so clearly with his eyes that it happened that way. Now, if somebody the lashon of the Ishbitzer is that if somebody says that it takes a shua that the stone is a stone, he's giving it a havaya yesera. He's giving it an extra existence. Its existence is only Ratzon Hashem, but you're giving it an existence like it has to. Ratzon Hashem has to be that way. That's already sheker. No, it doesn't have to be that way. It's a special Ratzon that should be that way. Now, that is the same Avera as taking a Shavuos Emes. Let's say somebody, he's in the shuk, and he's selling tomatoes, and he's selling for a kilo for 8 shekel. I don't know how much tomatoes cost. Not my field. But somebody takes a shua that tomatoes cost 8 shekel. So he swears that, and it's true that means the pshat is that he bought it from his mocher for 6 shekel, and he's selling it for 8 shekel. So he swears that he bought it for 6 shekel, so that you should know that he's not selling it for too much. That's true. It's true that you bought it for 6 shekel, but to use Hashem's name with a shvua, it's giving it a havaya yisera. That means this is a dvar rishus. It says like this: the rishus, a mitzvah, is something that's mukhrach. To put on tefillin every day, to wear tefillin, that has to be that way. But that you bought the tomatoes for 6 shekel, it doesn't have to be. It just happened to be that it was that way. So it comes out that you're taking something that could have been different. You're saying it was this way. But Hashem wanted that this should be this shouldn't be a mukhrach. It's another nekuda. I'm saying very deep. I'm saying, the Ishbitzer is saying another nekuda over here. Hashem wanted that it should be that way. That the tomatoes could be sold for 5 shekel, for 4 shekel, for 7 shekel, for 1,000,000 shekel. He wanted the tomatoes should be such that it doesn't have to be a certain fixed price. So that means what? When you go to the tomatoes, so you're not sure of yourself. You're not sure how much you're going to spend. So you have to go.
Oh, Rabbi Kaplan.
What?
I was thinking now of the famous story of Elisha and the Arba Mitzorim. That they said the price will go down, or the price will go up. It'll be cheap again. The wheat. Maybe this is connected.
Very good. Today our producer, he's producing himself. Very good. So the pshat is like this. That was the head of the sholish. He's called the sholish. He's called over there. Elisha came and he said, "Sosaim sorim b'shekel, v'sor solas b'shekel b'shar shomrim." There wasn't any solas. There wasn't any flour. He says the price is going to be so cheap. You just pay a shekel for a whole big bag. So he said, "What? How could there be such a thing?" No, who told you? That's very good. So nothing is mukha. So he says, and if you do say that, that's a big chet. Now, let's say you have food in front of you. That's rishus to eat it. You can eat it, you cannot eat it. That's called the dvar rishus. Now, you're supposed to, dvar rishus, there's mitzvah, there's avera, and then there's in the middle, that's called rishus. Not a mitzvah, not an avera. So what's it mean? Deep down, you could use it, you could make it good. But on the surface, there's good and there's bad. You could use it for good. You could use it to eat and get strong and do mitzvahs. And you could use it for bad. You could use it to eat and then get strong and do bad. That's what it looks like on the surface. But deep down, you understand why this food was created. Definitely it was created to use it to do good. There are good sparks in the food.
Rabbi Kaplan, we're going to take a break in a few seconds, about 10 seconds. So
okay. You have to approach it with that approach, that it doesn't, you're not sure of